Basketball, one of three mainstream American sports, and widely recognized around the world. In December of 1891, James Naismith wrote down the idea of basketball in a YMCA. Born in 1861 in Ontario, Canada, he had become a physical educator, medical doctor, and a Presbyterian minister. And in 1890, he was teaching at the International YMCA Training School. His boss was Luther Gulick, and he had a problem. Athletes who needed to stay in shape between football and baseball, but in the midst of winter in New England. And all they had were calisthenics. So, James was assigned to make a sport in just 2 weeks, but they had to be indoor, non-violent, and interesting for college-age kids. So a masterpiece was born. After 14 days of thinking, he wrote down 13 rules. He asked for some boxes and got 2 peach baskets. He nailed the baskets to the gym balcony on either end of the floor, and tells the class to split into 2 teams of 9, throw the soccer ball out, and go. The first game had a final score of 1-0, scored by William R. Chase. At the time, the baskets didn't have holes, so they had to stop the game every time to get the ball out. Eventually, someone had the idea to punch a hole in the bottom, and it wasn't until 1906 that the metal rims with nets were invented. They also used a soccer ball until 1894, when Spalding made a ball for basketball. With the 13 original rules, the groundwork for the game we played today had been made. 3 consecutive fouls, and the other team gets a point. You can't run with the ball. There was no dribbling in the beginning, and so on and so forth. Then it went out on tour. Mel Rideout started it in Europe. Bob Gately brought it to China. T. Duncan Patton brought it to India. And one of the original 18 players took it back home to Japan. In 1893, Senda Berenson staged the first women's basketball game in Massachusetts. Within 15 months, it had become global. Even in World War I, U.S. troops spread it through the military, spreading it with French, English, and other troops. Fast forward to 1936, 23 nations that entered the Olympic basketball tournament. The USA won, and Naismith handed out the medals. 1926, the Harlem Globetrotters were invented, and on June 6, 1946, a bunch of rich guys founded the BAA, Basketball Association of America. 3 years later, they merged with the NBL, the National Basketball League, and began the NBA. New things like the shot clock, 3-point line, and the merge with the ABA eventually happened, and over time stars were born like Wilt Chamberlain, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, and Steph Curry. In my opinion, this is the greatest sport of all time.